What's going on, Kui Brothers? Phoenix here is part 4 of the Budokai Museum. Today we'll be looking at Gohan, Teen Gohan, and Great Saiyaman. Let's get started, Kuis. Starting off, Kuis, here's Kid Gohan from the start of story mode. As you can see, he has the 4-star Dragon Ball on top of his hat, and it's always following you around, facing you, because it's a texture. Also, his tail is not animated, so that's why it's sticking out. And here he is without the hat. This is when he breaks out of the Saiyan pod and attacks Raditz. And here's Gohan without the Dragon Ball hat and yellow top. This one only plays in the opening of the game. Now, I said during the Vegeta video that I wasn't gonna cover a Great Ape again, but you know I care for you, Kui, so here's Great Ape Gohan. It took me over, like, 9,000 hours to get him exported, but thanks to Zero Dev Tools, I was able to get him out. He only appears in, like, the intro to the story mode for 2 seconds. Also, when you boot up the game, the introduction plays as well, so there's that. Unless you're a PAL player. Sorry. On to more easier things. Here's Gohan wearing Goku's clothes from the, what would you call it? Intro to the game. He only appears in the intro and not in story mode. You might remember one being there, but it's slightly different, and I'll point it out in a second. And I'm pointing it out now. Here he has battle damage. This is one you'll remember from story mode. He only appears for a few seconds during the story mode to the Saiyan Saga. And this is the Kid Gohan most Budokai 1 players will be accustomed to. This is him during the Saiyan Saga, and while you get to play as him during the story mode, you also get to play as him during duel mode and World Tournament. And here's the same Kid Gohan, but with a bowl haircut. This one only appears a few times during the Namek Saga cutscenes. And if you aren't playing as the Saiyan Saga Gohan, you might be playing as his alt attire. This one is from the Namek Saga, when he's wearing the Saiyan armor. Moving on to the Android Saga now, here's Gohan as he appears before going into the Hyperbolic Time Chamber. This one only appears in like 2 cutscenes, I believe. Interestingly enough, an earlier Android Saga model of Gohan does exist in the game. As you can see, the scarf is a little bit thicker and his eyes seem kinda different. There's also earlier models for Yamcha and Piccolo. I was originally gonna cover the Piccolo one. It's his caped look, but when I compared the two, the final and earlier ones, there was really no difference except for the hole in Piccolo's back. I didn't see a point in covering it. But if you want to see Yamcha's, just keep waiting. He'll appear. And here's Super Saiyan Gohan in the Saiyan armor. This one appears in the Cell Games Begin cutscene when he gets out of the time chamber with Goku. And here's Gohan with Piccolo's cape. Unfortunately, no turban. This one only appears in cutscenes. He's not playable, sadly. And here's the Teen Gohan that's playable in duel mode and World Tournament. And here's Teen Gohan as a Super Saiyan. And finally, here he is as a Super Saiyan 2. And since you're looking at this one too, Kuris, do you prefer him with the red belt or blue one? Let me know down in the comments below. And here's his alternative attire in the game. This is based off the filler arc where they're waiting 10 days until the Cell games begin. And once again, Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan 2. And here's Battle Damage Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, after he gets hit by a blast by Cell at the end of the game. If this was a PAL version, that would be dirt, not blood. And here's the model of Gohan in base form after defeating Perfect Cell. Removing the blood and finally being able to open his eyes, here's Gohan in the ending cutscene. Getting his drip on, here's the second model of Gohan that's used in the ending cutscene. And if you beat the Advanced World Tournament, you unlock the Great Saiyaman, who is definitely not Gohan. And finally, here's his alternative attire. And that's all the Gohans in the game, Kui brothers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.